This is the oculomotor nerve number 3, cranial nerve number 3. Now, here's a good view of the optic chiasm. This is your optic chiasm right here. You see your optic tracts come in, your optic nerve, they cross over, you got your chiasm, okay, and feed into the superior colliculi. And right there, that little circle right there, that's your infundibulum. Okay, that's where the hypothalamus connects to the pituitary gland. The infundibulum's right there. Okay, that's a real good view of the optic chiasm. Then you see your olfactory nerves, your olfactory bulbs right here, right here. So this is oculomotor nerve, it's cranial number 3, the oculomotor. This is a facial nerve, cranial number 7, just below the pons there. And the glossopharyngeal nerve number 9 and the vagus nerve number 10 as they branch off. Okay, the diencephalon is just above the midbrain. Okay, that's your diencephalon is your epithalamus, your thalamus, and your hypothalamus. Okay, and here's the hypothalamus. And again, this is a real good shot. Here's your cerebellum, and this is the pons. So the easy way to identify that is your medulla oblongata extends here, and right across from the cerebellum is your pons. That's your swung right there. Those are good pictures of that. They should have used that for the other one we talked about those. All right, this is the sympathetic trunk in the thorax. This is the sympathetic trunk and ganglion. You see the nerves coming down. You see the ganglion because you see the swellings here, here, and here as each one they come down. This is the branches of the sympathetic trunk. This is the thoracic aorta. Again, you have the aorta comes off the heart. There's the aortic arch. It comes down to the abdominal aorta, goes through the diaphragm, and then thoracic aorta, and then through the diaphragm and the abdominal aorta. The azygous vein, as it branches off, and the phrenic nerve that comes down and innervates the diaphragm. This is the vagus nerve as it runs down. You can see it goes along the same path as the phrenic nerve. This is a thoracic artery, aorta, I'm sorry. Okay. This is your aorta coming out here. This is the aortic arch. And this is your thoracic aorta. This is the esophagus, which is a collapsible tube. Okay. It's distal to the trachea. It has been taken away here. But you can see your thoracic aorta, your vagus nerve number 10, cranial number 10, and then your esophagus. You see the sympathetic trunk. You can see the sympathetic trunk with the ganglia, which is the swelling where the cell bodies are. And this is branches of the sympathetic trunk. Okay, again, you have your aortic arch, comes off the aorta. Your left vagus nerve, where you have right and left side, so the vagus nerve coming down. Okay, you have the right adrenal gland. Gone over this yet in class, but adrenal is the same thing as your, they're called the suprarenal glands in your textbook. They used to call the adrenal glands, now they're called suprarenal. The exact same thing, there's no difference. So you have a right adrenal gland and a left adrenal gland. And your textbook they're called suprarenal. And you see the right kidney here and the left kidney right over here. And then this is the kidney, and above the kidney is your adrenal gland or suprarenal gland. All right, so what nerve is highlighted? And so the phrenic nerve, right? Okay, that was the first one. And then number 2 was what organ is highlighted? Oh, it's a little different now. All right, what organ is highlighted?
Kidney.
Kidney. What structures are highlighted? Azygous vein, sympathetic trunk, ganglia, branches of the sympathetic trunk, or the vagus nerve. So what are those? Those look like they branch off the sympathetic. Here's your sympathetic trunk, right? Can you see the mouse that is moving?
Yes.
Let me try something else on this one too. Let me see if this will work. You see the highlight area? No?
Yes. The little, yeah.
That's because you can see the dot here. Let me switch this. Oh, why is it not working? Okay, you can see a little red dot there?
Yeah.
Okay. So this here right here, this is your sympathetic trunk right here. Coming down, and these would be branches of it, right? So this would be branches of your sympathetic trunk. Correct. Number 4. What vessel is highlighted? This looks like, this is in the thorax region, right? Here's your thorax. Okay, here's your aorta. This is a branch of the aorta. So what vessel would this be right here? Okay, we haven't really gone over a lot of that, but after it goes past the diaphragm here, that'd be the abdominal aorta underneath. This would be your thoracic aorta. This would be in the thorax region. And that's the aorta coming off of that. Thoracic aorta. Okay. Okay, what are those that are highlighted? Your swellings, right?
The ganglia, the sympathetic trunk ganglia.
And that's your sympathetic trunk running down the side there. It says your sympathetic trunk ganglia. And that is your, which nerve is highlighted?
The vagus.
The left vagus nerve. Yeah, that's the left side. Left vagus nerve. Correct. Perfect. Very good. What nerve is highlighted here?
Phrenic. It goes to the diaphragm.
Yep, phrenic nerve looks like. Yep. What structure is highlighted here? This looks like it has the swellings in there also. Let's turn the highlights. Yeah, you see little swellings on this track right here too.
Sympathetic trunk.
So sympathetic trunk and ganglia, right? Yep, perfect. Number 9. What structure is highlighted again? I said the same thing.
Yeah.
This is the sympathetic trunk to me, yeah. What structure is highlighted here? What's that thing?
Kidney.
Kidney. We got that one down pat. And what structures are highlighted?
Branches of
These are like
sympathetic
branches
trunk.
of the sympathetic trunk. Here's your sympathetic trunk coming down. These are like branches of it. Perfect. Okay, what structure is highlighted here? I gotta turn that light off so I can see it. Okay.
The aortic arch.
The aortic arch. That's your aorta coming off. That's how it bends across and then heads down. That's your aortic arch. What structure is highlighted? What is this
Trachea.
tube right here?
Trachea.
No, trachea would sit right here. Trachea's been pulled out. This is the tube of trachea.
Esophagus.
Esophagus, yeah. This should be the esophagus. Yep. And what vessel is highlighted here? Again, this comes in here's the aortic arch, comes into here, and this is in the thoracic region. This is your thoracic aorta. And what organ is highlighted? What sits on top of the kidneys?
Adrenal.
And are we on the right or left side?
Right.
Right adrenal gland. Again, what sits on top of the kidneys?
Adrenal gland.
Adrenal gland. Okay, so these are what joins the highlighted structure to the ventral rami of the nearby spinal nerves? Now these are your ganglia, your sympathetic ganglia. And it says, what joins a highlighted structure? What joins the ganglia, sympathetic ganglia, to the ventral rami of the spinal nerves? Well, the ventral rami don't have any ganglia. So I would say the celiac ganglion, if I had to guess. Nope. White and gray rami communicantes. Okay. So white and gray rami communicantes joins the sympathetic branch to the ventral rami of the spinal nerve. Within which division of the peripheral nervous system are the highlighted structures functioning? Those are the branches of the sympathetic division. Within which division of the peripheral nervous system? So let's see. Visceral. This is the sympathetic system. So visceral motor. I am guessing. I don't know. I'm not completely sure, but visceral motor. Those are the branches of the sympathetic system. They're the efferent system, and they're motor control, and they're going to the glands and the organs. That's visceral. Okay, highlighted structure. This is what nerve is that? Vagus? I think that's a 10th cranial nerve. That's the vagus nerve. How does the highlighted structure contribute to autonomic functions? Inhibits defecation reflex, promotes urine formation, inhibits sweating, increased heart rate, inhibits digestion. Vagus nerve inhibits sweating. What?
Number 2.
Yeah, I would say that too. Heart rate and inhibits indigestion. Uh-oh. Stimulates secretion of the lacrimal gland, submandibular and sublingual salivary glands. So that is not the vagus nerve. That's probably cranial nerve number 9 then. And that must be the vagus nerve right around it. So it stimulates secretion of the parotid gland, stimulates secretion of the lacrimal gland and submandibular and the sublingual salivary glands. What statement best describes a highlighted nerve? Okay. This is because this is nerve number 11 right here. This is the accessory. So this would be the 12th cranial nerve. This would be the glossopharyngeal nerve, hypoglossal nerve. So number 9
would be the first one, because it would be, if it's number 12, it's for the tongue.
So it's in the head and neck, yeah. Yep, perfect. That's a 12th cranial nerve right there. Parasympathetic stimulation of the head and neck.